hope's alive. So when you feel lost or you wanna hide, it's the worst night of your life. By your side, and hope's alive. So when you wanna laugh or you wanna cry, I know it's wrong when you say you're fine. I'm by your side, and hope's alive. Hope's
Hello everybody, it's Dionne Warwick. The Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, it's a mouthful, or better known as PanCAN, will be launching in November PanCAN's PurpleStride National Fundraising Drive around the entire country. And that includes my state, New Jersey. Well, your participation in fundraising efforts make it all possible and save lives. For more information on how you can help, please visit www.pancan.org. We appreciate you. We thank you for your caring and your support.
Well, hello everyone. Happy Saturday morning. Happy November 7th. I cannot thank you enough for being with us today at this year's PurpleStride Silicon Valley. I'm Lisa Chrysler. I hope you recognize the name and the voice. I'm your friend forever, because here I am today with another new cause, and a cause that I've got to tell you I've really gotten into. I want to thank the Cole family so much for asking me to be a part of this today. And this year is so different. I mean, what do we start with? Do we start with the COVID? Do we go back to February and March? And then here in Northern California, we had those wildfires to deal with. It's been a tough 8-9 months. And today we're putting it all behind us because we got a cause. We are here to fight and fight and fight pancreatic cancer. That's what Purple Spirit is all about. And I know you have it, Wage Hope. And we all have wage and we all have hope. And we're going to put them together today. And we're going to get out there and let everybody know why we're walking, why we're striding, and why we're wearing purple. So many people are impacted by pancreatic cancer, and a lot of people never talk about it. One, they're in a state of shock so many times because it all happens and ends so quickly for so many people. That's what we're here for today. We're going to put a stop to that. Before we start, though, you know, I'm always talking about fundraising. Fundraising is so near and dear to me. And yes, we're here today for so many reasons, but one of them is to raise money so that we can continue the research and we can continue to win this battle, which we're going to. So you can donate. If you've already donated, maybe you want to donate again. Maybe you want to ask somebody to donate. It's not over. It's not over. You're watching this live stream, hit the donate button. The chat window, by the way, the chat window is located just beside this viewer window. And the donate button is right below that. And since we're talking about fundraising and money, I want to tell you again about one of our generous longtime supporters, Chuck Cheatham. He, for the 5th year in a row, is pledging his support in honor of all pancreatic cancer survivors and loved ones we have all lost to this disease. So through this coming Friday, November 13th, at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, all donations you make to PurpleStride Silicon Valley 2020 of $40 or more will be matched dollar for dollar up to $25,000 towards the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. Chuck, we can't thank you enough, and we can't thank you enough for continuing to donate so we can get the extra $25,000. That's really something. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to start off because we got a busy day ahead of us. We're going to start off. We're going to take a moment to hear from another dear family, the Shen family. And they're going to give you a brief welcome and hello.
Welcome everyone to the 2020 Silicon Valley PurpleStride event. We're so bummed that we can't be able to meet physically this year for a run event. but I hope everyone is online virtually to help support the fight against pancreatic cancer. This is my dad, James. James and I are here today to support the fight and to honor my mom, Lucy Shen, who used to be involved with PanCAN a few years back. And we're here to honor her and her legacy and to continue the fight for all of those affected by pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, like my daughter said, and this is kind of for honor my wife. She passed away pancreatic cancer, and sorry we cannot meet in person, but our efforts to fight against pancreatic cancer should never be stopped just because we cannot meet. And hopefully, and everybody enjoy this remote virtual meeting, and see you next year. Thank you.
Well, I told you the Shen family was pretty darn special, aren't they? Thank you so much, family. You were fabulous. We couldn't do it without you and all of our generous donors. I'm going to be thanking you this whole time because you are all so fabulous, so fabulous. And speaking of fabulous, I love when I can just introduce somebody as fabulous. And this man is, you may recognize his name, you may recognize his face. He is one incredible advocate, Craig Irving. In fact, we're speaking to Craig today because he's striding along with you, but he's in Washington, D.C. And Craig has been striding with us for years, all around the country. He's been, I could name off the states, Alabama, Wyoming, I mean, on and on, California. He's been in our state. He's been all over the country to help the memory of his sister Vi live on. In fact, before Vi passed on, he promised her, he made a promise to her. It's going to make me cry, but he made a promise to Vi. He said, we are not going to forget you. We're not going to forget the fight that you just went through. And we're going to win this thing in your name, in your honor, in your memory. So here he is through PanCAN. We're so grateful to have him as part of our family. He's forged friendships with patients and caregivers and survivors and donors. Some of them he now calls family, but little does he know, we call Craig family. So Craig, hi, how are you today?
Hello, my name is Craig Irving. I'm so excited to be here today, and I'm here because I stride for my sister Viola Irving, who lost her battle with pancreatic cancer in 2013. And I continue to be involved with PurpleStride, which would have been her first event that she would have participated with. And I continue to be involved with PurpleStride and PanCAN because of a promise that I made to Vi that if she didn't beat the disease, that I will continue to be involved and try to impact change for those who are still fighting the disease. And I also strive for the friends that I've met through participating in PurpleStride and getting involved with PanCAN. My good friend and who I call my brother, Adam Deal, and my second good friend that I met in PurpleStride Boston last year, Sang Watts. And the beautiful thing about this is that through PurpleStride and through PanCAN, I was able to create what I call this amazing purple family of purple that was out there to support us through those hard times and to ensure that we're educated on all the latest and greatest advancement in the fight against in the fight against pancreatic cancer. And PurpleStride is just one of several events that I get involved with as an advocate. But I love PurpleStride so much because I think it's the one time of the year, and for me, it's the several times of the year because I participate in several PurpleStrides. It's the time that we come together to support each other for this amazing cause. And I always say it is the one connection that we have is that experience. We know what it's like to go through. We know what it's like to be caregivers. We know what it's like to lose someone to the disease. So it's just an amazing support system through PanCAN and through PurpleStride. So I'm so excited to connect with Silicon Valley PurpleStride this year. As I say, one of many PurpleStrides, but this is one I'm so excited. So get ready, Silicon Valley. Here we come. We're ready to show our purple.
Oh, Craig, I wish I could hug you. Well, I know I can't. So you know what? Here's a COVID-19 hug from Silicon Valley all the way to you in Washington, D.C. You were just so amazing. So amazing. It is so much fun to be part of this today and to be with people like you, streaming live with us right now, and with people like Craig who are streaming around the country and joining us for PurpleStride Silicon Valley. It's just amazing. So another fabulous person to introduce you to, Darren Smith. You may know Darren because Darren is part of us here in Silicon Valley. And I hate to say this, but Darren in 2018, so 2 years ago, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, something he never expected. Although I will tell you, he did lose his father to pancreatic cancer. But here he is, 2018, getting that terrible message from the doctor. But he's doing great. He is doing fabulous. How many times have I used that word today? Fabulous. He's going to be striding with you, with all of us. And he's running with his wife and his daughter. What a trio they make. So let's hear from Darren now.
My name is Darren Smith, and I was diagnosed with endocrine carcinoma, pancreatic cancer on around June 18th of 2018. Went in to see my doctor for just a regular checkup, and she noticed that I wasn't looking so well. I was jaundiced, and she thought I had a gallstone. And she, at that point, thought it was in my best interest to go to the emergency room. So I quickly went to the emergency room where they thought they were going to remove a gallstone. And when I woke up from that procedure, they told me that it was not a gallstone, that there was a tumor on my pancreas, and they believed at that point it was pancreatic cancer. PurpleStride, this will be our second year, I believe, participating. There was another cancer network that we were involved in, but it was more of a broad sort of all cancers, and I really wanted to be more focused on the specific cancer that I had, and PurpleStride does that. Their research that they do, the event itself, I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing people there. It's a very important organization, and if it wasn't for them, then I think a lot of the treatment that I was able to have wouldn't be possible or available. So, I'm very grateful for all the doctors, for all the healthcare professionals that are involved. And, I really appreciate what they do.
Thanks, Darren. Thanks for striding with us today. And please continue to get well and stay well and stay healthy, you and your family, all of you. All right. Oh boy, let's take a breath for a second. Let's take a look at one of my favorite stories featuring Adam Deal. And hopefully you know Adam, you know his story. Adam is a pancreatic cancer survivor from Ohio. He strides with his wife and his 2 kids, and he's something else. Let's give a watch.
I was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer and basically told you have 2 to 12 months to live if you're lucky. I was just a new father, and all I could see was an image of them without a father and my wife without a husband. That motivates me to still be here so I can watch them grow. My story is one that I never thought I would see. Science, research, that's the reason I'm here today. Every dollar that's raised for research, for awareness is crucial. No matter what you do, fight through it, you don't give up. My name is Adam Deal, and I'm a pancreatic cancer survivor.
What a great story. And Adam, we want you with us every single year. So we'll see you next year too. Oh boy. So let's take a look at our top team fundraisers now, because remember, we're also all about raising money for PanCAN. And don't forget, we've got that pledge from Chuck Cheatham for $25,000. He'll match what you send in through next Friday, November 13th at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time. You make the donation to PurpleStride Silicon Valley 2020 of $40 or more, and Chuck is going to match that on up to $25,000. We already have some amazing fundraising from our top teams. Let's take a look at them. Isn't that amazing? And just a reminder, we'll be honest here, these are from last night, which means it's still not too late to donate and become one of the top teams. We are purple striding together in Silicon Valley for one big purpose: We're gonna fight, and we're gonna win, and we're gonna beat pancreatic cancer. And we need money to do it. So please continue your fundraising. You know, we've all been touched by somebody who has pancreatic cancer, is fighting it right now, who sadly perhaps has lost their life. My significant other, Jeff, his mother died of pancreatic cancer. When you go to the PanCAN website, you see survivors and you see people we've lost over the year. Some names will be quite familiar to you. And everybody has a story, and it's a wonderful story. And with your help, these stories are going to keep getting better and better and better. So I can't wait to introduce you to the founder, the woman who really got this going, the founder of the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, Pam Acosta Marquardt.
Good morning, Silicon Valley, and welcome to the virtual PurpleStride. Wow, it's amazing. You know, who would have ever thought that we would be going virtual for this year? But here we are, and in force. But you know what? PanCAN always does it big. You, all of our amazing volunteers, it's always that go big or go home. You know, it's been 24 years since I lost my mom, and that feeling of being so alone. It was a feeling that so many of us wanted to make sure that no one ever felt again. And I have to tell you, you all have been amazing in creating such a loving Purple family. The Purple hugs can be felt across the miles and across the internet. And all of your passion and your commitment to the cause is so appreciated by all of us. You know, I'm sitting here with Max. He's like ready to go. He wants to get out there and start walking because I told him we were going to walk this morning for PurpleStride Silicon Valley. But again, I just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you for all that you do, all that you continue to do, and for coming together when you could have so easily just turned your back and gotten on with your lives. We do this for those who have been diagnosed. We do this for those loved ones we have lost. And for many people out there, I know you're walking for yourself and you're celebrating being a survivor. And we love that because you know what? We want to make sure we have more of you and more of you and more of you. So get out there, wear your purple proudly, stride with passion, and I will hope to see each and every one of you next year in person. But until now, here's Max and I, from our hearts to yours. Thank you.
Thanks, Pam. You are terrific. And I think of everything that you do for us every single day, and the purple strides you alone have made are amazing. So thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for starting this fabulous organization. I mean, the help and the work and the support that you have done for the thousands of pancreatic cancer patients, the countless pancreatic cancer patients and their families and their friends. I'm one of them. So thank you so very much. Okay, now we got to bring in another fabulous woman. We have so many of them for you to meet today. A couple surprises might be coming up to you, I should tell you. Right now we got Julie Fleshman, and she's the president and she's the CEO of PanCAN. So Julie, your turn to inspire us now.
Thank you everybody for joining us today. Your participation as a PurpleStride participant, as a PurpleStride fundraiser, and as someone that engages with PanCAN is so important to everything that we do. When I think about PurpleStride, one of the first things that comes to my mind is community and the PanCAN family. I know when I lost my father to pancreatic cancer over 20 years ago, I was desperate to talk to other people that had been through something similar. And PurpleStride provides that experience for so many people. It's such an important community that I'm so grateful to be a part of. PurpleStride also makes me think about impact. Without PurpleStride and without the dollars that you raise, we cannot make progress on our critical mission. And I think over the last 20 years, and all of the dollars that have been raised by you through these walk events. It is absolutely incredible, and the impact that has on allowing us to fund more research, to provide patient services, to do advocacy, and to truly change outcomes for pancreatic cancer patients. And finally, when I think about PurpleStride, I think about gratitude. I'm just so grateful to each and every one of you for the important role that you play in our success and our mission. We couldn't do this without you. So thank you. We've got a lot to do in the next year, and we need you. Let's do it together. Let's stride together. Thank you so much.
Oh, Julie, I knew you would inspire us. I knew you'd have those magical words this morning. Thank you so much for everything you do for all of us who are affiliated with PanCAN. You know, PanCAN serves patients through patient services, of course, but what we're also proud of, I was so excited when I was told this, that despite COVID-19, all patient services have continued. Everything has remained fully operational. So nobody has been left out because of COVID-19. We've taken the necessary safety precautions. Everybody's doing fine, and they're getting the help and support they need. Help, support, two things right there from PanCAN. Clinical trials, early detection. You know what? We are going to get this early detection down so that we don't have to hear those tragedies anymore of, you know, my spouse found out 3 weeks ago and now he's going, you know, he's with hospice now. We're going to put a stop to that thanks to PanCAN with the money we're bringing in for research and working on early detection. And what is so exciting, and this is a lot of money, PanCAN is contributing more than $23 million to help advance efforts in early detection and treatment of pancreatic cancer. That is a double wow. This is going to be our year. We are working so hard. And I know one morning we're all going to wake up and say, did you hear what PanCAN has just achieved? So we are so excited and thrilled to be sponsored by Grail. I hope you've heard of Grail before. And if you haven't, you're going to be hearing a lot more from them. They're a company that is undertaking such important efforts in cancer, new ways to detect the disease earlier when it can be cured. That's what we need so badly. And Grail, they're located in our own backyard, Silicon Valley. They are working on this. They have some exciting studies going on, some exciting research going on. You know what? Enough of me. Let's hear from somebody from Grail right now.
What if in the fight against cancer, we had a powerful new technology, a new way to find cancer so it can be treated early? Cancer strikes about 1 in 3 women and 1 in 2 men in their lifetimes in the United States. Nearly half of those cancers will be diagnosed after the cancer has spread. Only 20% of people with late-stage diagnosis will survive 5 years. Important progress has been made in essential life-saving single cancer screenings, but early detection technology only exists for a few cancers. This means most cancer diagnoses simply arrive too late. So to help current and future treatments be more effective, you first need to know you have cancer as early as possible. And at Grail, this is our focus: early cancer detection. Grail's Gallery test is a significant leap forward in the war on cancer and a breakthrough approach to cancer screening. Instead of looking for cancer one at a time, organ by organ, the Gallery test has shown the ability to take a patient's blood sample, applying the latest in technology, driven by genomics, machine learning, and large-scale clinical studies, and identify over 50 different cancers. And if one is present, predict its location with high accuracy. Equipped with this powerful information, doctors have an opportunity to step in and act decisively, potentially before cancer has a chance to spread. So it's time to complement existing screenings and start looking beyond a small number of individual cancers. Because the most important cancer is the one you or your loved one has, and beating it starts with knowing you have it. Grail, early detection for multiple cancers.
That's amazing, isn't it? Thank goodness we have Grail and in our own backyard, Silicon Valley. Thank you, Grail. So we're here today with survivors, many survivors, I'm happy to say. And one of them is such a special lady, Joni. She's a pancreatic cancer survivor who isn't only worried about herself, she's worried about everybody. She is committed to helping others thrive. Joni, let's meet you. I can't wait to hear your story.
I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in September of 2017. My husband and I were working on a very large project for our foundation. We were actually building a campus. So both of us were really busy, had our head down, working away. I went in and had a routine blood test with my doctor, and one of my tumor markers had popped up. And so he asked me to take another test, and I did, and it was still high. So he asked me to go and get an ultrasound. And in that ultrasound, they found a tumor on my ovaries. So I went in and had a full hysterectomy thinking that I had ovarian cancer. And when the pathology report came back, what showed up was that they wanted to look at the pancreas. They didn't think that was where the tumor was had started from. So we looked at the pancreas, and there was a 3 millimeter tumor there, and there were a couple on my liver. And we were just thrown into this turmoil of trying to understand the disease and find out where to go to get the best treatment for the disease. So I kind of put my foundation personal life on hold, and my husband was by my side the whole time. We went to a few hospitals. Thankfully, I ended up on a trial at Stanford. And while I was on that trial, they took some of the tumor sample from my ovarian cancer tumor removal, and they sent that in for sequencing, which know your tumor is so important. And in my case, it changed the trajectory of the outcome for me. So that's one area of what PanCAN does that I think is so important, unknowingly, until I got the results of that sequencing. PanCAN truly is the highest level organization that I know of that supports patient care through every step of the way. This organization is one that doctors and scientists and caretakers and thrivers point people to, because there's so much misinformation out there, and PanCAN gives you not only what you need to understand your disease, but they also give you hope and care and precision medicine, and they tell you what is true. And I've just found it to be the best organization that I've found to support pancreatic cancer patients.
Joni, that is amazing. You are amazing, and continued good health to you, please. So happy to hear your story. Wow. What a morning, huh? How many times have I said that now? Should we keep count? Nah, we'll forget that. So the next person, one of the many surprises, I was so excited when I heard I was going to introduce this woman. We're very familiar with her. We're very familiar with her late husband, Lisa Naomi Swayze. Her husband, the much loved Patrick Swayze, died, as you know, from pancreatic cancer. And Lisa, she stepped in. She loves to support PanCAN and the mission by raising awareness about the risks and the symptoms and sharing her story as to what she and Patrick went through. And she knows about all the resources that PanCAN provides to patients, caregivers, and their families. And she's so happy to be a staunch supporter. Lisa, let's hear from you.
I'm Lisa Namby Swayze. I lost my beloved husband, Patrick Swayze, to pancreatic cancer more than 10 years ago. He was 57 years old when he died after valiantly fighting this cancer for 22 months. After he died in 2009, I committed myself to working alongside PanCAN to fight for all of those who are battling pancreatic cancer today. Over the last 10 years, I have seen us come so far, even hitting double-digit survival. But our work is not done. I am so excited and honored to be here with you today during this year's PurpleStride opening ceremony. It is more important now than ever to continue our support for PanCAN and our mission. PurpleStride has created an amazing community of support, and it is the #1 way we can all raise the critical funds to fight this disease. So, thank you for being here today. You are making a difference and are the heroes in the fight against pancreatic cancer. And it's because of you our patients have hope for a future. So keep striding, keep fighting, and know that the work that you do directly improves patient outcomes for all survivors. I look forward to seeing all the fun and creative ways you'll honor and celebrate your loved ones today. I tell you, there's no one better. So have a great virtual PurpleStride. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Lisa. We so appreciate you, and we so miss your husband, Patrick. Thank you for your continued support. We can't wait to stride. We cannot wait to stride. Are you all ready, everybody? Because it's getting close. I promise you that. Next up, though, I want you to meet somebody also very special. So many special people on the agenda today. Dr. Andrew Coe, professor and interim chief of hematology and oncology at the Helen Diller Family Cancer Center, which is at the University of California in San Francisco. Dr. Coe.
Thanks, Lisa. My name is Andrew Coe. I'm a professor of medicine at the University of California, San Francisco in the Division of Hematology Oncology, where I currently serve as the interim chief of the division. And I've been taking care of patients with pancreatic cancer and doing research in pancreatic cancer for close to 20 years now. I've been involved in a number of clinical trials in this area. And one thing I can say is I think we are definitely changing the trajectory of patients who have advanced pancreas cancer. And I'm certainly seeing more patients live longer and longer with their disease well controlled. Not quite yet at the level where we're curing a lot of folks, but certainly people are living sometimes for years on end with just a very good quality of life, which is really encouraging to see. And that is in part what has informed, for example, the use of maintenance therapies, which is a very hot topic in pancreas cancer, meaning patients who have gotten their chemotherapy and have done so well that now how do we keep them going on sort of kinder and gentler treatment? Patients are just doing so much better and living with pancreas cancer. And as I mentioned early on, I think that's the opportunity for people to live with their cancer under good control for longer and longer periods of time and even thrive in the midst of that. That's really what we're striving for. I so deeply appreciate patients and their families who are invested in this process and participating in clinical trials that myself and my colleagues are running so we can learn from each individual, hopefully make a difference in people's lives. And I think we're just going to continue to see an upward trajectory in terms of long-term survivors and seeing people just do better and better with this disease. So I'm excited, and I hope you are too.
Thanks, Dr. Coe, and keep up the magnificent work. We so need you. We so need you. And we are so grateful for all you do to help pancreatic cancers thrive. And that's what we hope to continue. That's what today is all about. You know, before we wrap up and you go on your own to do the stride and let your purple color show, I really want to take a moment to acknowledge our many sponsors who make this event happen despite despite 2020, here we are, standing strong, striding together. We're doing it our own way this year, but we're doing it. And that's the important part. We're making PanCAN's mission possible. And we also want to give a special shout out to my new friends, Steve and Cheryl Cole. Cheryl told me she was a longtime listener and she knew one day I would just be helping them with their event. And I'm so honored that she and Steve asked me to join you today, because it's really been a learning experience for me. And, you know, I think we've all been touched by pancreatic cancer. As I said, you know, my significant other's mother, and I have a good friend who is fighting the battle right now, but she's going to beat it. She's going to beat it because of PanCAN and because of your dollars today. So thank you so much. We all have our stories, and I want you to share them. I don't know if you've gone to the PanCAN Facebook page, PurpleStride. When you get out there today, share some pictures, share your stories. Let's see what your day is going to look like. It's going to be fun. It's a virtual event. And I guess that wraps it up for us today. But you know, I'm going out there with you. Let's stride virtually alongside together, wherever it be. Silicon Valley is a big place, but it's also a small place. So I hope we run into each other. We'll wave from afar. We've got our masks ready to go. You've got your purple on. Keep raising money, because it all goes to the important mission that we do at PanCAN. And that is saving pancreatic cancer patients, helping them survive, helping them thrive, and early detection. We're going to get this done together. It's been wonderful spending Saturday morning with you. Have a great PurpleStride, Silicon Valley. I love you.